Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to understand life is not designed to give you what you want. It's only designed to give you what you deserve. And what you deserve is determined by how you show up every day. Now, I don't know how long you've been showing up for everyone else. I don't know how long you've been putting in work or even waiting on your breakthrough. But there's one thing I do know. This is your moment. The season you've been waiting for, it's not coming because it's already here. And if you don't step into it now, you risk living the same year 40 times and then look back and call it a life. So please understand, most people live life like they're in a waiting room. See, have you ever felt like you were standing in a hallway with no doors? You show up, you grind, and you give all you've got, but nothing seems to change. You think, maybe if I grind a little longer, the opportunity will come. Maybe when I get more money, or even more support, rather even more time. But let me ask you something. How long are you going to keep waiting for perfect before you choose to walk in purpose? Because perfect rarely never shows up. But purpose is always waiting on you. You see, most people don't miss their breakthrough because they weren't ready. They miss it because they were too busy looking for someone else to hand it to them. So let me ask you a question. Who told you in your life that you couldn't do this? Who told you that you had to stay where you are? Who convinced you that your destiny had to look like your circumstances? Well, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Your current situation is not your final destination, and your location doesn't limit your potential. The only thing that does is your mindset. Yes, your mindset does. You are created in the image of a creator. That means that you are a builder, a multiplier, and a finisher. Because if you don't believe it, you will keep trading your life for paychecks and calling it responsibility. See, wealth is not just money, it's value. And value begins with your identity. If you don't see yourself as worthy, if you don't see yourself as chosen, you'll sabotage every open door sent your way. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share a moment with you. See, one day I was sitting in my truck. I'm in the middle of nowhere. My phone is glowing, is buzzing. People are calling me. My bank account is still on empty. And my time is rolling by faster than my money ever did. And then I remember thinking, look, I've been doing everything that everyone told me to do, but I still feel stuck. And then it hit me. Rob, RJ, you aren't stuck because of where you are. You're stuck because how you think. I was waiting on a raise. I was waiting on recognition. I was waiting on someone to come rescue me. But I really needed was a revelation. And here it is. You ready? If you're waiting on the world to give you permission to live free, you will be waiting your whole life. And so after that day, a shift happened. So there's a shift that happens when you realize that you were not meant to survive, but you were meant to build. See, this is what they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you that words can shape your world. They don't teach you that belief determines your income. And they damn sure don't teach you that your future isn't waiting on you. It's watching you. And it's asking you, when are you going to stop playing small and start living like we were called to live? So let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You can read all the books, you can take all the courses, you can listen to all the motivation, but nothing will change until you make that decision. Because freedom starts when you stop accepting average as your reality and understand that you were meant for more. So ladies and gentlemen, let me move on to time, because I really want you guys to understand the truth about time. So let me break something down for you. See, time doesn't wait. Seasons, they don't wait. Opportunity, damn sure doesn't wait. But you know what does wait? Regret. Regret waits. It lingers and it haunts you. See, there's a quote that changed my life. And once I heard it, a lot of things clicked in my mind and it changed me forever. It says, discipline weighs in ounces, but regret, it weighs in tons. See, don't live your life looking back at what you could have been. You live your life chasing what you should be. Because you were born for times like this. Not when you're ready, not when you're more qualified, but right now. So guys, look, I was brought here to tell you something. And it's very, very important. So I came here to tell you that this is your moment. The season that you've been praying for, you've been working for, you've been waiting for, it's not in the future, it's right now. The future is an illusion. Everything you do now is what determines your future. So your time is right now. I don't care how long you've been off course. I don't care how many mistakes you may have made. I don't care how many times you felt invisible. Your gift, it still works. Your dream, it still matters. And your story is still powerful. But nothing moves until you move. So take this step. Start the vision, write the book, launch the idea, or even say yes to becoming who you were born to be. Because those decisions are decisions that can change your life. So out of that feeling of struggle, out of that feeling of me not being enough, it inspired me to write a book. For people like me, for people like us. People who knew they were called to do more, but they just needed a map. So I created the Freedom Driver. And it's not just the title, it's an actual identity. It's a declaration and it's yours. And if you're ready to build something real, the Freedom Funnel System was designed to help you put your vision into actual motion. But even if you never buy a thing from me, I want you to hear this. You're not too late. You're not lost. You're not too far gone. You're just one actual decision away from your moment. So please make it now. Not for me, not for any product that anybody sells, but for the future version of who's waiting for you to show up. You can do this. Your life is in your hands. No one is coming to save you. Please take heed to what I'm saying. This life is only what you make of it. You are the starring role of this movie. Everyone else is supporting actors. So how do you want your movie to end? Every movie has a part to where it gets hard for the star character. But he fights through it, and at the end he gets what he wants. This is your moment. You've been through the hard part of the movie. Now it's time to go to the ending and live the life that you were meant to live. I hope you guys are blessed by this. I hope it's motivational, and I hope to hear from you again. Peace.